G'day and welcome back to the channel. And look, a flying video at long last. I'm so annoyed. I'm so despondent at the terrible weather we've been having. It's the southern hemisphere where I live. It's winter. We've had rain, wind and cold temperatures for week after week after week. You've seen there's been no airfield flying videos because it's just been too unpleasant to even consider it. But the sun came out for a moment today and I thought, ooh, I'll go down the park. So I grabbed the, the GEP RC Cine Queen 4K. Love that little quad. Sub 250 analog FPV, 200 milliwatts. Headed down to the park to get some footage for another video I'm going to be posting next week, in which I compare analog to digital, because everyone's done this. Oh, you know, I prefer analog or I prefer digital. You know, we've got Mr. Steele, he's an analog man. We've got Mario F. Marcy Shim, great channel by the way. He's a digital man, doesn't like flying analog much anymore. I love them both, and there are strengths and weaknesses to both. So I wanted to use this bit of footage here, get some footage here to show you what I consider to be the strengths and weaknesses. But enjoy your analog while you can, because the days of analog may almost be over. I know a lot of people are saying, we don't want to go to digital, damn DJI, it's all proprietary and they're trying to steal our babies. The reality is that you may not have an option soon, or the gap between the two is going to be very small, because this week the FCC announced a $2.8 million fine that they're applying against HobbyKing. Yeah, nearly $3 million they're pinging HobbyKing because HobbyKing was bringing in uncertified FPV transmitters, 5.8 gigahertz transmitters, which were on disallowed frequencies without certification and at power levels that are not allowed. So this started a couple of years ago actually. They contacted HobbyKing and said, oh, you can't do that, and HobbyKing said, okay, we'll try not to, but they didn't really respond in the way the FCC needed them to. So the FCC has come back and said, $2.8 million please, pay within 30 days or we'll come and send in the debt collectors and tow your cars away. So this is a bit of a worry for the whole hobby, not just HobbyKing, but the whole hobby, because a lot of people rely on the fact you can go to Banggood or AliExpress and pick up a really good little 5.8 gigahertz analog video transmitter for 20 or 30 bucks. And that makes the hobby really affordable. Compare that to an air unit from DJI at, I don't know what it is now, 150 bucks US or something. Ooh, there's a big difference there. Although the difference isn't as big as you might think, and I'll explain that in my video. But obviously this is a bit of a worry for HobbyKing. Now, if HobbyKing don't pay the fine, they've claimed they can't pay it. They don't have the money, and I would believe them, because HobbyKing is no longer the force it once was in the hobby. They were the hobby around the world. Everyone bought everything from HobbyKing, but now, a lot of competition in the marketplace. HobbyKing's prices not always that competitive, and the shipping options, to be honest, they are crap. So I haven't bought anything off them for ages, because they just, you go to buy a large airframe, and they say this package is too large. Please split your order into two parts. Well, you can't break an airplane into two parts and ship it. It doesn't work that way. So the options have been dwindling all the time from HobbyKing. It's a big shame. They have some good products. I would like to deal with them, but I just can't. But there you go. And by the way, this is the Copus Mini, I think digital version of the Copus Mini, and I love it. It flies so well. It's really nice. A good little contrast there between the digital and the analog. Unfortunately, the cloud had rolled in by the time I got the digital, the Copus out there. But you can see it's a really quick little quad, and digital is so damn clear at 50 megabits. It's brilliant. Now, as I say, if the FCC have got tough on this, they're probably going to get tough on other people that might be bringing it in. They may decide, I think Banggood has a US warehouse now, so they may get really hammered by the FCC as well. You may find that even if they ship from China, the FCC is going to say, I'm sorry you guys, we're going to fine you if you keep bringing this gear in. So cheap analog 5.8 gigahertz video gear may become very hard to find, and you may be forced to either pay a whole premium for the certified gear, which is really expensive, or just to go to digital, go and get yourself a DJI system. It's unfortunate because, as I said, I'm not partisan. I like both. They both have advantages, strengths and weaknesses, which is why I'm doing the video explaining what those strengths and weaknesses are. And I would really hate to lose analog as an option, because sometimes it's just so much damn better and cheaper and lighter, and it performs better in some cases, and I'm going to demonstrate that in my upcoming video. But there you go. I just thought I'd do this. I'm tired of sitting in the corner of the screen and yakking on and grizzling about things. No, I'm not grizzling. Some people say, oh, you're just always whinging. No, I think I have legitimate concerns sometimes, and I raise them, because for evil to triumph requires only that good men do nothing. And I'm not the kind of guy that sits around and does nothing. I think most regular viewers have worked that out. Anyway, the flying's coming to an end, so will my little talk. And I thank you for watching. Thanks to my Patreon supporters. I love you all. Spot you later. Bye.